Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on a Wednesday, March 29th, 2023, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session. We're trying to cook it up, per usual, off back-to-back nice days in the NBA, man. Trying to keep that momentum rolling forward into today. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do, man. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like, man. My best bets, they can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium. Just click that link in the description. It takes you right to my handicapper page. That's where you can find my long-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. You can also find all my bets for today's action, including my $15 NBA Jam session play, man. We had a nice winner on that play last night. Had the Raptors as they continue to be dominant on their home floor, and we continue to fade the Miami Heat, man. The number one team on my do not bet list. We fade that team damn near every chance we get. They really been stinking it up recently, man. They're on the board again tonight, man, so we'll see what we're doing in that one. But we've hit 4 of our last 5 on that jam session play, man. We go for 5 of 6 tonight, and I love tonight's play, man. Scoop it up, $15 over at Pickdawgz Premium. Follow me on Twitter and check out my live shows. I'm live right here on the Pickdawgz YouTube channel every day, 3 Central, 4 Eastern, as I run through the card one more time, bring on a guest. We update y'all on late injury news and information that came out of the association throughout the day. We cook up a parlay for y'all at the end of the show as well, man. I got my guy Brad Francis with me today, man. He was on last Wednesday. Really good show. Brought him back this Wednesday as well. Come spend some time with us later on today, 3 Central, 4 Eastern, man. We got a huge card in the NBA today, 10 games. Not going to slow us down. Y'all know we're going to try to smash it per usual, man. Off back-to-back nice days. Want to keep the momentum rolling forward into tonight, man. Without further ado, let's make some money tonight in the NBA, and let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Milwaukee Bucks out on the road facing the Indiana Pacers. Milwaukee's laying 11.5 on the road, total 238.5. I'm going to be honest, man, I don't like fading Milwaukee often, but I do lean in the direction of the Indiana Pacers in this one tonight. Milwaukee is on the front end of a back-to-back, a look-ahead spot as well, as they got them Boston Celtics tomorrow. Only 2 games on the card tomorrow, so that's a huge game. That game has a lot of implications on it. It's a huge game tomorrow, man. So I would not be surprised at all if we see Milwaukee come out here and go through the motions today. I would not be surprised. We kind of seen the Celtics in a look-ahead spot yesterday. How the hell did they get hammered like that by the Wizards? I don't know, bro. That's the NBA for you sometimes. Sometimes those just come out of thin air. I did not see that happening yesterday. Wizards hammered them boys. Would not be surprised again, though, if the Bucks went through the motions. Have the Bucks been in that mode? Yes, they've won 4 of their last 5. Have looked dominant in most of these. Beat up on Toronto at home by 7. Took the Spurs behind the shed, 130-94. Same thing with Utah, 144-116. They did get hammered themselves on the road against Denver, 129-106. They did bounce back in their last one against Detroit, though, winning by 9. I just had some concerns laying 11.5 with the Bucks in this one. Can they do it? Of course. We know the Bucks can beat up on this Pacers team by 11.5. But do I want to bet that they do today? I don't think so. I kind of lean Pacers. Have the Pacers been playing awful? Yes. They've lost 4 of their last 5. Just got blown out by my Mavs, who have not been playing well either. Got hammered by Atlanta on the road. Boston took them behind the shed, 120-95. They also got beat by Charlotte out on the road. Pacers have not been playing well. They still don't have Halliburton tonight. Turner's questionable. It's really not a great spot for the Pacers, man, but I just got a gut feeling that they pull this one out and probably catch a backdoor cover on the Bucks team in a look-ahead spot. What's the motivation for the Bucks to come out here and blow this Pacers team out on the front end of a back-to-back? Can they do it? Yes, that's not the question. We know they can do it, but do they have the motivation to do so tonight? I don't necessarily think so. Their injury report kind of long as well. Myers Leonard out, Dragic questionable, Jay Crowder out, Joe Ingles questionable, Chris Middleton questionable. I'm leaning Pacers plus the 11.5. Not in a rush to fade the Milwaukee Bucks. I promise you not. But I try to come on here and get y'all the right sides, man, and I would not be surprised if the Pacers caught the backdoor cover in our first game of the day. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Houston Rockets out on the road facing the Brooklyn Nets. Nets laying 11, total 229. I'm going to be honest, man. I don't love this game. It's a tough one for me, but the lean is the Nets laying the points. I don't love it. I don't love it, man. The Nets have lost 4 of their last 5. They got beat on in their last one by the Magic of all teams out on the road, 119-106. They did beat up on the Heat the game before that, man. Took them behind the shed, 129-100. We were on the Nets in that one. That was my play of the day that day. It was more so a fade in Miami. I know I love fading that Miami Heat team, the worst covered team in the entire NBA. The gift that keeps on giving. We faded them again last night. It was our top play again last night. We had the Raptors laying the points on the Heat, man. The Heat, I don't know. They're just not in good form right now. We have been taking advantage of that. So, yeah, the Nets had beat them by 29 the game before that, but they lost the 3 games before that. All 3 were at home to Cleveland in back-to-back games, 116-114 and 115-109, and 108-102 to the Nuggets. So, lost 4 of their last 5. I will say, they have beat up on this Rockets team in the only meeting they've seen them this season. And it was this same Nets team that's currently constructed. It wasn't Kevin Durant and Kyrie and them. It was this Nets team. 118-96 on the 7th of March. So it wasn't that long ago, man. The Rockets also have been terrible here recently, man. It's going to be their 5th straight road game. And they've been hammered in just about all of them, man. The Knicks beat them 137-115. Cleveland beat up on them 108-91. The Grizzlies took them boys absolutely behind the shed, 151-114. They did cover the first game against Memphis, 130-125, and then got hammered at home by Golden State, 121-108. Golden State's one few road win and cover, man. The Rockets they were scrappy a little bit there coming out of the break, man, but they've kind of returned back to that Rockets team we're accustomed to. The Nets need another bounce-back game. Still in hold of that 6th spot. Miami's not really trying to do much to push the Nets out of there. I think the Nets probably win this one pretty comfortably on their home floor. I lean them, laying the number here in this one. Speaking of the Miami Heat, man, here they are, man. They're on a back-to-back on the road facing the New York Knicks. Knicks are laying 4.5, total 223. The Knicks are not the best home cover team, man. We know we love betting the Knicks out on the road as they're the best road cover team in the league. At home this season, they're about 50-50, 17-18-3, have covered in 48.6% of their games. But they got the Heat coming in, the worst cover team in the entire league. They're on a back-to-back as well as they got hammered yesterday in Toronto. That was my bet of the day yesterday, the Raptors. Raptors been balling at home. Y'all know we love fading the Heat. And we're going to fade the Heat again in this one. We're taking the Knicks, laying the 4.5. These two teams just played exactly a week ago from today in Miami with the Heat winning that one 127-120. I think the Knicks get their revenge in this one, man. Quick revenge. They should beat up on these boys at home. Short, sweet, and simple for me, man. We're fading the Miami Heat like we've done all season, taking the better team to beat up on the Heat. Bad spot for the Heat. Road back-to-back. Worst cover team in the league. Also, the Knicks working with revenge. I like the Knicks. I'll lay the 4.5. Short, sweet, and simple here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. We're out on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Philly's laying 4, total 231. Both teams really struggling right now. Both teams have lost 4 of their last 5. Really talented teams with really talented players. Teams both coming into the season expected to go on deep playoff runs. Both of these two teams expected to be in their respected conference finals games this season. Could still happen. This game, though, is a huge momentum game for both teams, man. I do think all the star players play in this one. I think Embiid and Harden play in this game. And no Luka, Kyrie on this injury report. So it looks like we're getting both of them together again as well. We've seen these two teams play once this season. That game wasn't that long ago either. It was this month on the 2nd in Dallas with the Mavs winning that one 133-126. Luka and Kyrie went stupid, dummy, crazy in that game. 40 apiece, 82 points between the both of them as they pulled that one out in the D. Sixers, man, they've been struggling, and injuries have been the main cause for both of these two teams struggling the way they are right now. I don't like the spot for the Sixers, man. They're coming off a pretty significant road trip. They just played 4 games out there. They return home. We know that first home game back after that road trip can typically be a flat spot, man. They lost to Denver out there, got hammered by Phoenix out there. Golden State beat them pretty good. They did beat the Bulls on the road after losing to them at home in a double overtime game. So I've not liked what I've seen from the Sixers recently. I do think Embiid plays tonight and probably comes out and has a monster game as he is still on pace to win that MVP. But I'm going to grab the points with my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, in this one, and I'm going to sprinkle some on the money line as well. We've already seen them beat this team once this season, and I think this game just means a lot more to my Mavs. We're currently on the outside looking in. We have a really small room for error, man. A really small margin for error, man. We can't have too many more clunkers. We need every game moving forward. Currently in that 11th spot, looking in to the play-in tournament. We're not even in that currently. We have to win this game. We have to win most of these games moving forward. I do think we put some emphasis on this road game and possibly pull it out. I really do, man. Looking at this injury report, I do need my guy Kleber in there. He's questionable for tonight, man. That's our stretch big. A really great defender as well that can knock down huge, big-time shot threes. I love Kleber, man. Call him. I need him to play tonight. And I think the Mavs keep this game super competitive and win it outright. I really do. The Sixers have been struggling here recently, man. Losing 4 of their last 5. I know my Mavs have as well, but I like what I've seen from them in a bounce-back spot in Indiana. I think that momentum carries over. The Mavs know how dire every game moving forward is now. I think they get these Philly boys tonight, man. I'm taking my Mavs plus the 4. I'm taking them on the money line as well. Let's go, Mavs. Let's get this one done today. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Lake Show, the Los Angeles Lakers, out on the road facing your Chicago Bulls, man. The line is Lakers laying 2 on the road, man. Total 226. These two teams just played really recently with the Bulls going into crypto. I almost said Staples. They went into crypto, man, and got the dub, man. Beat up on them boys, 118-108. Pat Bev had hit LeBron with the too small. Yeah. I think Pat Bev was a great addition to this Bulls team. That's exactly what they were missing, kind of an enforcer type guy. You got Levine, who's a really good, can score with the best players in the league, but he's kind of, he's Levine. Then you got DeMar DeRozan, who's also really good, a top tier, another scorer in this league. But we've seen DeMar never quite been able to lead a team to that next step. Part of that, he just had to go through LeBron most of the time in the East in Toronto, so I don't put too much blame on him, but still, I think Beverly was a great addition to this Bulls team. Kind of just added that extra oomph that this Bulls team was missing. The Bulls beat the Lakers in that one, and then turned around the very next night and lost to the Los Angeles Clippers, 124-112. The Bulls are coming off of a pretty significant road trip. They just played 4 of their last 5 games out on the road. Y'all know how I feel, man. That first home game back can typically be a flat spot. We kind of seen the Bulls do this recently as well, as they beat up on Philly in Philly, 109-105, took them to double OT, came back home to Chicago and got hammered, 116-91 by that same Philadelphia team. I would not be surprised if the Lakers came back and got their quick revenge as well. The Lakers, LeBron had came back in that game. It's going to take some minute for these guys to get back acclimated to that type of play with LeBron being back, and that's a totally different style of basketball. I hope y'all know that. It's a totally different style when you got the greatest player of all time coming back into the fold. Now, the Lakers, man, they know the spot they're in. They desperately need this win. So do the Bulls. But I like the Lakers to go into Chicago and get their quick revenge and win this basketball game. I would say the Lakers are definitely the better team constructed right now. It's not a great spot for the Lakers either, if I'm going to be honest, as the Lakers are coming off of a really long homestand. So we'll see how this one shakes out. I do think the line is super efficient at Lakers laying 2. I think the Lakers are the better team. They should win this basketball game, but I would not be surprised if the Bulls stepped up and continue rolling like they have out of the break. If I were to lean anywhere, if y'all really wanted a heavy side from me, I do lean Lakers laying the 2. I think they go into Chicago and beat this Bulls team. We'll see. But I'm leaning Lakers, laying the 2, here in this one tonight. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Los Angeles Clippers out on the road facing the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis laying 4, total 233. Memphis is on a back-to-back, man, after giving up the backdoor cover last night to the Orlando Magic. Shout out to Magic for that backdoor cover, boy. Thought them boys was done. And that's just what they do. I told y'all yesterday, these are just the spots where the Magic thrive in ATS, man. They just love covering spreads as road underdogs. That's just what they've done for majority of the season. Came back and got that cover for us, man. Here in this one, I do see John Morant as questionable for tonight on this back-to-back. And I want to see what's up with him. If he plays, even if he doesn't play, I'm probably the best play in this game is just take the Grizzlies on the money line. Got to pay a little juice. Minus 180 is what I'm seeing right now, but I think that's the perfect place to be. As the Grizzlies are, if you didn't know, the best home team in the entire NBA are the Memphis Grizzlies. 33-5 at home this season. One more time. 33-5 at home this season. That's league best. They have won 86, damn near 87% of their games at home this season. I think it's a great place to be with Memphis. I do lean them laying the 4 as well. Kind of nervous about it, as I would not be surprised if the Clippers kept this game super competitive and kind of lost this game by like 3 points. I would not be surprised if that happened at all. So I think the better play. I don't do this often where I take the money line over the spread, but I do think this is a great spot to probably do so. The Grizzlies just don't lose at home. They just don't. With or without Ja Morant, they just don't lose at home. For right now, before all this injury news breaks, I'm leaning Grizzlies on the money line. They should continue to be dominant there like they have all season. Also working with revenge, as the Clippers did win the only meeting between these two teams this season. It was in Los Angeles, and it was this month as well, on the 5th of March, with the Clips winning that one 135-129. We know the Grizzlies don't hoop on the road. At home is where they're straight money. The Clips, they're coming off a pretty good homestand. They just played 4 of their last 5 at home. Would not be surprised if they came into Memphis and got beat. Memphis is going to be their 5th home game in their last 6 games. The best home team in the NBA. They should keep it rolling and win this one on the money line. Clips still beat up as, Paul George out for probably even the first round of the playoffs. Powell could be back tonight for this Clips team. We shall see, and Morris is out as well. So I'm leaning Grizzlies to keep it rolling at home. Best home team in the NBA at 33-5, have won 87% of their games there this season. I think they stack one more. Grizzlies money line for me here in this one, and I also lean them laying the 4. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Detroit Pistons out on the road facing our favorite money-making team, the best cover team in the entire NBA, man, the Thunder Buddies. The cover buddies, man. They're laying 11.5 in this one. Total 232. Sheesh. The Pistons did win the only meeting between these two teams this season. It was way early, though. It was on the 7th of November. 112-103 in Detroit. The Thunder Buddies are a completely different team now than they were then. I don't know if they're really thinking about revenge 4 months later, though. To be honest, could be an angle, but I ain't gonna put too much focus into it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little nervous laying this 11.5 with the Thunder Buddies. I laid it yesterday. They got beat outright by the Hornets. They just keep seeming to ball. I don't know what's up with that Hornets team right now. But the Thunder, they did look good majority of that game as well. They were winning it. There were some points where I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna cover even without SGA. I'm gonna be honest, I had laid those points before the SGA news broke. I kind of just let it roll. Thought maybe they could still pull it out. They did not, man. The Hornets came back and got them in that 4th. Erased the deficit they had and ended up winning the game outright. Thunder are on a back-to-back. My guy, Shy Glizzy, did not play yesterday. It looks like he will be in there today. And laying 11.5 with the Thunder Buddies is kind of crazy, man. We were cashing crazy tickets on these guys earlier in the season as dogs, man. Now they're starting to get the respect they deserve, as laying 11.5 is crazy. But this Pistons team has been completely dumpster fire, awful recently. Got beat by Milwaukee. They did catch the cover in that one, though. They did catch the cover, 126-117. Most of Milwaukee's guys did not play in that one, though. Just thought I'd put that out there. Got hammered in Toronto, 118-97. Got hammered in Atlanta, 129-107. Got beat on by Miami, 112-100. Denver beat up on them, 119-100. They have not been playing great basketball recently. As you've seen, they've lost all 5. We'll take that back. 4 of their last 5 by double digits. And then that last one was by 9 points, so damn near double digits. The Thunder, they did lose last night at home. This should be a bounce back spot for them on their home floor. They're the much better basketball team. I think my guy Shea plays tonight, probably goes for 40. That Giddey triple-double almost came through for us last night, too. He was 1 assist away. Damn, I wanted that, man. 1 assist away. When Shea doesn't play, Giddey is on triple-double watch. I really thought we were going to get that one yesterday. Didn't go through for us, man. But I'm back on the Thunder Buddies tonight. They should beat up on this Pistons team. Wouldn't be surprised if they won this one by 15 to 20 points. Give me the Thunder, laying the points here in this one tonight. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Utah Jazz out on the road facing the San Antonio Spurs. Jazz laying 5.5, total 234. I'll be honest, I really don't want to bet this game. If I were to lean anywhere in this game, it would be Spurs plus the points. I know the Spurs have been awful recently. You know, they've been playing like the Spurs. Got hammered by Boston out on the road, 137-93. Washington even beat them by 12. Milwaukee took them boys behind the shed, 130-94. The Pelicans beat up on this team as well, 119-84. They did have a surprise win over the Hawks, 126-118. I'm kind of hoping for one of those surprise games from the Spurs team today. I know I don't really want to bet the Jazz laying points on the road. The Jazz are really beat up right now. They also just played 4 of their last 5 games on their home floor, where the Jazz typically play their best basketball. The Jazz are also really banged up. No Sexton, no Rudy Gay, no Jordan Clarkson. Larry Markkanen's a game-time decision. The Spurs got some pretty significant injuries as well. No Shohan, no Keldon Johnson, no Devin Bessel, no King Burke. Hard game for me to handicap at this current time of day. Small play for my degenerates. I lean Spurs plus the 5.5. Hopefully they can show up today on their home floor, keep this game competitive with the Jazz team that's missing a lot of their top guys. So short, sweet, and simple. I lean Spurs in this one, but if I'm going to be 100% honest, when it comes down to it, I'm probably not going to have no action in this game. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves out on the road facing the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix laying 5 in this one, total 235. The play that I got for y'all in this one is just take the Suns on the money line. I would probably pair this Suns money line up with that Memphis money line. I think that's a safe 2-team parlay. I really like that 2-team parlay. Suns money line, Grizzlies money line. 2 teams that we know go stupid, dummy, crazy at home. I highly doubt the Suns lose this game. Can this game be competitive with the Timberwolves, who've been playing really great basketball recently since getting most of their guys back? Yes. I would not be surprised if the game is super competitive. The Timberwolves have won 4 straight. Nice wins, too, over the Knicks on the road, beat Atlanta at home, went into Golden State and beat the best home cover team in the league, 99-96, then went and beat up on Sacramento as well. This Timberwolves team has been playing really good basketball. 4 straight, 4 nice wins. It's not a great spot for them, though. Their 5th road game in their last 6 games. A lot of teams are kind of in this spot today, and I hate this spot for teams. I like the Suns on the money line. I lean Suns laying the 5 as well. It's my angle. Suns getting that guy back today. The Slim Reaper, Durantula. Mama, there goes that man, Kevin Durant. And I don't think a lot of people know this. Kevin Durant has yet to play a home game in Phoenix. The game he was slotted to play was the game he got hurt. So he's yet to play a home game in Phoenix. I know these Phoenix fans are ready to go absolutely berserk. They're ready to go crazy to see their guy finally in their home gym, in their jersey. No way in hell do the Suns lose this game at home. Kevin Durant's first game in Phoenix, no way in hell. I lean them laying the 5. I think the better play is the money line. It's kind of a heavy pair, minus 205. But if you pair that with that Grizzlies, the best home team in the league, I think both of them for sure win their games on their home floor today. I think the Suns beat up on this Timberwolves team. Again, I do lean them laying the 5, but I also see an avenue where the Timberwolves can keep this competitive. They have been playing really strongly lately. It's a bad spot for the Timberwolves, though. 5th game in their last 6 games out on the road, facing a really, really, really good home team in a spot where the Suns want to put on a showcase game. Suns laying the 5, Suns money line for me here in this one. I would pair this one up, 2-team parlay. Suns money line, Grizzlies money line as well. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got the Sacramento Kings out on the road facing the Portland Trail Blazers. Sac is laying 14, man, total 237. Y'all know me, I don't like laying huge numbers. I really don't. These are still NBA teams, and huge numbers kind of scare me. But this is one where I do think it's super efficient. I understand why it's 14, and I do think laying the 14 is the right spot to be. I think the Kings just, quite honestly, take this Portland Trail Blazers team behind the shed. That's what should be in order today. It's not the best spot for the Kings. They're coming off a pretty nice homestand. They just played 4 games, their last 4 straight games on their home floor. Now they're out on the road. But this Portland Trail Blazers team, man, They're awful. They got hammered at home by the Pelicans, 124-90. They did keep it competitive with the Thunder Buddies, 118-112. Got hammered by Chicago, 124-96. Got hammered by the Clippers, 117-102. This injury report is a mile long. No Nurkic, no Simons, no Grant, no Cam Reddish, no Damian Lillard. These are all bottom tier players in the league, G League type players, rotational type players getting major minutes. It's not somewhere I want to be putting my money, man. The Kings also really need a bounce back game, as they did lose their as the Kings did lose their last game at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves, 119-115. I think this should be the bounce back game they're looking for. The last time these two teams played, the Kings hammered them on the 23rd of February, 133-116 in Sacramento. We're in Portland in this one, but Portland was a much better team at that time, as majority of their guys were still playing. With all those guys not playing today, this should be a spot where the Kings blow the doors off this team. I lean Kings, laying the 14 here in our last and final matchup of the night. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on March 29th. 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like, man. My best bets, they can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium. Just click that link in the description. Takes you right to my Handicapper page. That's where you can find my long-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. You can also find all my bets for today's action, man, including my $15 NBA Jam Session play, man. We had a nice winner on it last night. We've hit 4 of our last 5 on that play. We go for 5 of 6 tonight, man. I love tonight's play as well. Scoop it up, $15, man. Also, follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ, and check out my live show, as I am live right here on the Pickdawgz YouTube channel every day, 3 Central, 4 Eastern. I usually bring on a guest. We cook it up for y'all one more time, man. Update y'all on late injury news and information that came out of the association throughout the day. We drop a parlay for y'all at the end of the show as well, man. I got my guy Brad Francis back with me on Wednesday, man. So come spend some time with us later on today as we try to get on the right side of some of these NBA games, man. Yeah, I know I just cooked it up for y'all right now, though. Hopefully we make some money tonight. We've had back-to-back nice days, man, Monday and Tuesday. Last night was a really good day. I'm going to try to keep the momentum rolling forward into tonight, man. Thank y'all for watching again. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. See y'all later on the day. Man, let's make some money today. I'm out of here.